Hi, I'm Sabrina Trobak with Trobak Holistic Counselling. Welcome to You Got This, video 4. This video is for parents on helping parents understand and acknowledge emotions in themselves as well as in children. Often if we have a child who's feeling sad, powerless, lonely, it creates emotion in the parent, where the parent then feels anxious, nervous, vulnerable, self-doubt, because they're not really sure how to handle the situation or how to support the child who's feeling this emotion. So often what the parent ends up doing is trying to numb their own emotion by trying to make the child feel better. So they'll often do things to try to distract or make the child feel better so the child isn't feeling that emotion in order for the parent to feel less emotion. If the child feels less emotion, then the parent doesn't have to feel that emotion as well. So often doing this, creating this cycle where we try to make a child feel better is really more about the parent's need of needing not to feel their own emotion. This cycle of a child having emotion and the parent creating emotion in the parent, and then the parent needing to numb their own emotion by making the child feel better, can become a pretty significant cycle that can be quite challenging to break, because parents aren't often great at being able to feel their own emotion. So if you're not good at feeling your own emotion, you're going to struggle when your child is feeling emotion, because that is going to create emotion in you. In order to be a good support to your child and help your child be able to feel emotions, you have to be comfortable and okay to feel your emotions as well. If you're not, chances are you're going to need to try to make your child stop feeling emotion as soon as possible. But if a child breaks a toy or gets in a fight with friends and they're feeling emotion, that's a natural, healthy response. We need to be able to support our child and allow them to just feel that emotion rather than trying to make them feel better so that emotion isn't there. But again, that's because it creates emotion in the parent. Parent needs to feel better, so the parent needs to make the child feel better. But that's not in the best interest of the child. If we look at empathy, everyone kind of has that understanding as empathy is being able to walk in someone else's footsteps. But empathy actually goes much deeper than that. Empathy is about being able to be there and sit in someone else's emotion without needing to distract or take away from what they are going through. If we're not good at feeling our own emotion, true empathy and being able to sit with someone else who's feeling emotion can be extremely challenging. So the better we get at being able to sort through our own emotion and be okay to feel our emotion, the more we're going to be able to be empathetic towards others, including our own children. It's important to remember we are always teaching our children. We are teaching them either to suppress emotion or we're teaching them to acknowledge and sort through their emotion. We have to set that example for them. Children aren't born with the ability to be able to sort through their emotion. We have to teach them and help them understand how to do this. One of the things we recommend is when you first start teaching or talking to your children about emotion is start with the very basic emotions: happy, sad, scared, mad, anxious, or nervous or worried. You could call it if they're quite young. Helping them understand and being able to label their emotions allows them to be able to let it out and sort through it, and then they're letting go of it rather than pushing it back down. When you first start talking to your children about emotions, don't be surprised if they say, "I don't know," because even talking about emotion creates emotion. And so often what we need to do is go very slow. We recommend even writing the words down or having the kids draw pictures of the emotions, and they simply just point to the word or the picture that describes that emotion. This doesn't create as much emotion as saying the word out loud, so it's a little bit easier for them to do it when they start. That's all for this week's video. I hope you're having a great summer, and you got this.